That's it. Yeah, y'all see it. 2 times spicy.
Hi, my name is Braylen. I'm 17 years old.
Can you tell me something about yourself, Braylen?
I like to play football and enjoy playing video games.
What college will you be attending?
Stevenson University,
Okay. And what is your major going to be?
business administration.
Will you be playing football in college as well?
Yes, I'm playing football.
Okay. Tell me a little something about your grades.
I'm a B average student. I always have my work done on time.
Okay, great. When will you graduate, and what high school will you be graduating from?
June 2023, I'll be graduating from Randallstown High School in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. And are you looking forward to being a college student?
Yes.
All right, great. Thank you, Braylen.
Hey y'all, it's me. Alright y'all, so y'all know when I come and I do the solo videos, I'm usually talking about something that I like to have conversation about. At least that's what I try to do. And this video I'm just going to be talking about self-care and why I feel as though it's important to me. So before we get into it, let me show y'all what I'm eating. I'm eating some leftovers last night. I ordered some Panda Express. I got some orange chicken, some walnut shrimp, the chow mein, and the rice. So I'm going to go ahead and say my grace, get into the video. I'm going to try to make it short. I'll tell you a little bit of, I guess, why I felt I wanted to do this today. Amen. So, I'm sorry, y'all. Frank is here. He prayed on the side. I should not have lifted that bottle. It's, you get in the habit of doing stuff and you just switch your color. So, let me try to remember to do this right so CJ don't have to try to find a thumbnail. Let me take a thumbnail. Alright. So, like I said, I'm going to talk a little bit about self-care. I spoke to y'all before about how I had to take time out for myself a couple years ago, just to really, give myself some self-love, self-care, and get to know myself again, because I had kind of lost myself in the world of being a mom and being a wife, and being a working woman, honestly. And because of that, I kind of put my health along with myself on the back burner. So that is why you see now that I'm going through a lot of procedures and stuff. I know some people will probably be like, well, damn, Shereese, what else you getting done? So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going through, what I probably could have done or should have done to prevent me from getting to this place. And hopefully it will encourage somebody to go ahead and, take care of themselves and just really see how important it is. And sorry, y'all, I'm recording on my phone. And when I get the notifications, as a habit, I look at it to make sure there's no emergency with the family or anything. So I started taking care of myself a couple years ago. And in taking care of myself, I worked on self-love, self-care, but still didn't put my health as a priority like I should have. And over the last couple months, our YouTube brother Debo Vibes has come forth and been open about having breast cancer and how he wanted to spread awareness and everybody should get checked, and especially men, because a lot of men neglect their health as well, and they don't think that they can get breast cancer. So it's important that you get checked. While praying for Debo and listening to Debo, I started saying, I have water in my coldest water bottle. I started saying to myself, it's time. A lot of people don't know that because I really don't speak about, my family or anything. I try to keep family and stuff separate from YouTube. I am a child of 6 from my father. And recently I lost my sister to cancer. She didn't tell anyone until January, and then she passed away on March 31st. We weren't close. We used to be close, but we weren't close. But it touched me in more of a way that I thought it would. It affected me. And dealing with that, my supervisor had noticed that my mood and things had changed, and she told me about some services that we can get through the job. And I first spoke with a counselor. Now I knew that I had been dealing with a lot of things. Because of how I was raised, I always kept my feelings inside when I was dealing with things. So I just bottled things up. And in trying to come to terms with what she was going through and thinking about how my father would want me to handle it and what he wanted to do, I found myself slipping further into a depression. And I never wanted to admit that I was depressed, because I used to always say, how can someone who literally has everything, or I thought had everything that I ever wanted, and I'm not talking about materialistic, because I'm not a materialistic person. How could I be depressed? I'm happy, but how can I be depressed? And it's a real thing. You can be. And when I was speaking to the counselor, he started asking me some questions, because it's hard for me to open up to people that I don't know. I'm a very private person. I am becoming more open thanks to YouTube, and honestly thanks to a previous position I had as a supervisor. I'm learning to be more open, and this therapist was asking me questions, and I broke down and went through everything that I had been through. And he said to me, you are trying to fight against having depression, and it's not a bad thing. You're looking at it as a bad thing, but you need to start healing yourself. And I listened to him. I spoke to my doctor. She asked me several questions, and after that she was like, we're going to put you on some medicine. So I have been diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I have been having anxiety attacks. That is another reason kind of why I honestly haven't wanted to be on camera as much, because I never know what's going to set it off, what will be a trigger. As I'm dealing with it more and more, it seems like a trigger point for me is when I get extremely upset or really anxious about something. Then I go into these attacks. And I honestly was refusing to take the medicine at first, because I still was like, this just can't be me. This can't be my life. How did I get here? And I was listening to TJ from the Embry family, Entertainment 7. He speaks every Sunday. He goes live. And sometimes during the week he have random lives. And no, he's not a pastor, but I think he should be a pastor. I think he has a calling. And he was speaking of, release it. That was the message of last Sunday. Release it. And he also spoke several times on people asking that question, why me? And that was me at one point. I was asking why me, and TJ said, why should we ask that question? Because why not us? And he's right about that. I don't really know how to explain it, but it hit me in a way. A lot of times when I'm listening to TJ speak, I like to go and get in the car so that I can be alone, because a lot of his messages touch me, and it really is me. Like, I feel like he's excuse me, I don't spit. I'm so sorry, y'all. Ooh, Tony, I'm sorry. He's speaking to me, and I shared that with TJ a while ago. And he used to do these worship nights, praise and worship on their other channel. And I love gospel music. I relate to music, and just listening to all of that, and now coming to the realization that I have depression and anxiety, I had to be honest with myself and tell myself those aren't the only issues that I'm going through. I have other health issues that I have been ignoring. For about 2 years now, I have had this pulsating noise in my ear to where I feel like I can hear my heartbeat. Like it's constantly going. It started out as sounds of like water sounds. Like I just thought I had water in my ear. When I first told my doctor about it, she said it could have been a side effect to the medicine that I was on. So I just kind of related to that. And when I would go and get my eyes checked, the doctor would ask me, do you have this? Do you this? And I would always just say, no. I wanted to get out. I didn't want to discuss anything else that I was feeling. I just wanted to leave it alone. I hope my sisters don't mind me saying this. I don't think that they will, but you may have seen where Ace and Cindy had went on a girls trip, and they surprised Shanette in Atlanta, and I was supposed to go on that trip. The week of that trip, I was having really, really, really bad headaches. Let me back up a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm a little all over the place. So let me back up just a little bit. Before that week, I was at work, and I was working. I was trying to work my way through it, and my supervisor, we don't always give supervisors the credit that they deserve. Being a supervisor is a very hard job. And although I don't agree with everything that she has done, and I have been upset with her a few times, her and her boss noticed something, and they came to me and they talked to me. And I was just kind of like, okay, maybe she's trying to get me out the door, maybe something. Like, I was just thinking everything in a negative way, and really they were just trying to help me. And when I was at work, but when this happened, I had already had a few counseling sessions, and I just sitting there at my desk, I went and I called my job, and I called my, the short-term disability, and I called my doctor and spoke to my doctor, and I went to my supervisor and I told her, I can't give you the best me because I'm not the best me right now. And thankfully, always sign up for short-term disability, y'all, because mental health is real. It is a real thing. And if it's something that you need to take care of, it's things out there to help you. Of course, you may not get 100% of your pay or whatever your terms are. All terms are different, but it's real. And sometimes you just have to make that change and have to sacrifice certain things or change up your way of living and spending to take care of you. And that's what I had to do. I had to step away. I still work there, but I had to step away and take time for me. And it's been hard. It's really, really been hard. And also, Alex TV, they did a video and they were speaking, and I still don't know them as much as we watched them. I think it's Annie. I want to say it's Annie. She was speaking about, how the journey is hard, and she wasn't lying. It is a hard journey, because when you are learning you and facing the things that you have been through, you realize that you have settled on some things. There's some things that you have in your life that you probably need to walk away from, that you don't want to walk away from. It is a hard battle. Mental health is real. It is real. Please take care of yourself. Please, because you don't want to have a mental breakdown and let things get too far to a point of no return. You can't give yourself, or you can't give anybody else or you can't love anybody else the proper way until you take care of you. And that's something I had to realize. I had to come to the realization of, I'm doing all of this, but I'm really not in a good place inside of me. So how am I really being the best mom, the best wife, the best friend that I can be when I'm not the best me? I'm not even giving me the best me. So it is a real thing. And along with mental health comes your physical health. Like I said, going back to that week of me supposed to go away, I had a terrible headache for 3 days, and I was trying to act like everything was okay. I was walking around, my daughter was saying, "Mommy, what's wrong?" And I was saying nothing. CJ had said to me, and CJ doesn't pay attention to a lot. Let me take that back. He may notice things, but he may not speak on the things that he noticed. So to someone else, you're going to think that he doesn't notice. But when he came to me and he said, "Baby, what's wrong with you?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, This isn't you. I've never seen this side of you where you're anxious about everything. You're thinking the worst of everything. You just don't want to move. You don't want to do anything." And I was like, I don't know. And that's really what the point that I had gotten to. I didn't want to get out of bed. There were some days that, I would just call into work and I'd be like, "I can't make it today." I could not get myself out of bed. I did not want to be bothered. I would get up in the morning, make my daughter's lunch, because I never wanted her to notice anything, because she stresses and worries. And I never wanted to stress my mom out, and I never wanted to stress my husband out. So I would get up in the mornings and try to act as if everything is okay. And then as soon as they would leave the house, there was days I dropped to my knees and I would just be crying and crying and crying, and I didn't know what was wrong. So going through all of that, the headache came, and I kept taking medicine and kept taking medicine and kept taking medicine. I'm like, okay, I'm tired of popping ibuprofen. Like, enough is enough. I woke up out of my sleep. The migraine was that bad, it got me up out of my sleep, and I went to the emergency room. And that's when they told me I had fluid on my brain. Prior to me going to the emergency room, again, I'm sorry that this is all over the place. I'm just, I just decided to let me go ahead and share. Let me get this out. It wasn't planned. So prior to me going to the emergency room, I had an eye exam. Y'all may have heard Sonia talk about me not being able to sleep, and she was scared to get off the phone with me. So she stayed up literally for 24 hours with me because I could not go to sleep at all. And this was about, 2 months ago maybe. I just couldn't go to sleep. So when I went for that eye exam on that Saturday, I have a lazy eye. Well, both of my eyes are lazy. They wander off. It's one of my biggest insecurities. And thanks to Debo, I'm coming to terms with that. He's the first person who joked with me about it, and it allowed me to joke about it. I used to always say it, but I said it in a way of, yes, I know I have this condition. Don't come saying nothing in the comments, because I already know. It's nothing you can say that I don't already know about it. But Debo, he just made it easy for me. And I can't even really explain how, but he joked with me back and forth about that, and he just really made it easy for me. But when I did the exam, I failed I don't know what you call it, the clicker test, where they have the dots and you have to click when you see the dots. I failed it miserably in my left eye. And when she looked behind my eye, she said, "Okay, your eyes are swollen." I paid it no mind. She said to go to a specialist. I paid it no mind. It took me days, weeks even, to make the appointment with the specialist like she wanted me to. And during that time, CJ had did a sermon, and he was speaking about something, and Debo was talking about getting yourself checked out, and I seen Anlex's video, and I said, it's time. It's time to stop being afraid of what the outcome is going to be and just go take care of yourself, because the one thing that I do want is to live, to see my child grow and have her own family and give me grandbabies. So I got to take care of me in order to be able to do that. And I made that appointment, and now here it is. I have a diagnosis. I've been diagnosed with intracranial hypertension. I do have fluid on the brain, and that's causing pressure. That's what's causing my headaches, and that's what's causing the noise in my ear. So I am going to see a neurologist. My doctor said there's a huge change. I'm sorry I'm not eating. I probably should have even brought food to this video. I hope I'm not boring y'all. I always feel like I'm boring y'all. So many people be emailing and leaving so many positive comments, and Leslie, one of our supporters, she told me that she, looks to me as an inspirational speaker. So I don't know, it kind of inspired me to just share more of what I be going through. So I hope I'm not boring y'all, and if so, don't feel bad. If click off the video if I am, and tell me, Shereese, don't come on here with this BS or this sad stuff. Whatever you want to say, I'm here. I'm open to the honest comments and stuff. But I have to have fluid drained, so I'm going to see a neurologist. When I see the neurologist, my doctor said that what they're going to do is pretty much measure the amount of fluid that's on the brain that needs to be removed. I thought this would be something like an emergency type situation, but because what they see so far and what they've seen on the CAT scans, it's not life threatening at this point, and it's good that it's being monitored. So I have to go get my eyes measured every week, get my eyes dilated and measured. And they put some other dye in there that burns really bad. I don't know what that is, but they measure my eyes to make sure that my eyes aren't swelling anymore, and the measurements stay pretty much the same, because if the swelling increases, then it becomes more of an emergency situation. So that's what's going on with that portion of it, and that's why I couldn't go on the girls trip to Atlanta, because CJ, it was at that point, and even now he's not really letting me out of his sight other than when he goes to work and he knows that I'm home, but we have cameras and stuff in and around the house, and he's constantly watching me. So I had that going on, and then for 3 years I have been having problems or pain in my elbow. The pain would be here in my elbow, and it would shoot down to my arm. Sometimes it would go numb. There was a few times where I had something in my hand and I just dropped it. I seen a doctor, and he was like, "Oh, you have golfer's elbow." And I was like, "Golfer's elbow? What is that? Like, I don't even play golf or whatever. What is that?" And he just told me how it was from everyday wear and tear. And he said that he can do a surgery. He said pretty much, and he said I also have arthritis in my neck, and I had a pinched nerve in my neck. This is what he was saying. He did an MRI, but he didn't do it with contrast. And he said that in order to fix, he said usually it goes away over time. So he sent me to physical therapy. He sent me to physical therapy and said if it doesn't go away, we would do surgery, but he would go through my neck. And I didn't agree with that. I didn't want surgery on my neck. First off, I never really wanted surgery. The surgery on my feet was the first surgery that I ever had, and I never wanted another surgery. But I wanted another opinion, so I went and got a second opinion and a third opinion. The third doctor, who's the doctor who I have now, amazing doctor, love him. I actually found him through my mom, because my mom had tennis elbow, I think hers was. But he told me, he said, it's not golfer's elbow. I had an extra piece of bone. And he asked me if I had ever fell. And I said, no, I don't remember falling. I don't remember falling. And he said I could have been born that way. I can have CJ put a clip in. I'm at 21 minutes. I'm going to try to speed this up. He showed me the bone. It was about the size of a marble. He said we can go ahead and remove that, and that should relieve some of your pain. But of course, he sent me for another MRI. This time, it was with contrast. And he was able to show me the image of the bone. And now today, I'm actually going back to the doctor for the follow-up, because he did the surgery and removed the bone. But in the MRI, he noticed that I had several tears in my bicep, and I have a lot of inflammation. So I'm going to have another surgery on my shoulder. So I've decided that while I'm out taking care of me mentally, let me go ahead and use this time to also take care of me physically, and try to get myself together and try to get back to Shereese, the happy-go-lucky Shereese. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what's been going on. And I just want to, come on and share that with y'all. Kind of, for me, Well, I haven't really wanted to be on camera. Because I don't want anything to trigger me. Again, I don't know what my true triggers are, but I have noticed with the last couple of texts that I had, it came after I got extremely angry about something. So, but I do miss talking to y'all. I do miss talking to y'all. I do miss being on YouTube, because YouTube for me, like CJ and I have shared with y'all several times, it's not about income. It's really just been fun getting to know people, and for me it's been fun getting certain things off my chest, because I've learned I'm not the only one who think about some of the things that I think about, and some people actually enjoy talking about some of the things that I enjoy talking about. So I love doing certain videos and speaking about certain topics and then reading y'all comments. It uplifts me in a way that I could never explain. So that was the girl I've been going through. I hate the way I choose that talk out of my mouth. But we should be back. We should be back recording soon. I know I told CJ we got a couple things that we can do. I had ordered some stuff. I had ordered some consomme and different seasonings from Mimi Eats. We're gonna try that. I've ordered some seasonings from someone else. I don't remember her name, but it came recommended from Tia Tinley TV and Sonia, the Essence of Sonia. So we're gonna try that. We still gotta tell y'all about our trip to Atlanta. We got to meet Sonia. That trip, I kind of was back and forth for whether or not I really wanted to go because of what I've been going through, and I didn't want to be around anybody and my mood be down. But my therapist actually recommended I go on that trip, and I'm so glad that she did. She was like, you need to go and you need to have fun. And she said, don't fake your fun. Don't fake your happiness. She said, just everything that you're going through, leave it back at home. Because at the end of the day, when you get finished having fun, you come back home, you're coming back home to it. So just leave it home and go and have a good time. And that's what I did, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I did it. We had a great time, but I'm not going to go into none of that because I'm going to talk to y'all about that with my baby when we come back on another video. I just really wanted to come and tell y'all, you know, please, 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 please take care of your mental and your physical health. It is so important. And one of the things that I really need to try to do is lose weight. I am 242 pounds. This is not the heaviest that I've ever been, but it's the heaviest I've been as an adult. And I've been at this weight before. And I've lost 30 pounds. No, I lost 20 pounds at one point. But when I lost it by taking phentermine. It's an appetite suppressant. And as soon as I stopped taking that medicine, I gained all of my weight back. I don't eat a whole lot, but it's what I eat that is bad for me. So I need to try to change up what I eat. And I'm such a picky eater. It's hard for me. And I need to get up off my behind, and I need to exercise. I need to find that motivation. And that's something that I pray about every day. For God to give me the strength and the motivation I need to get up and exercise. Because that's a part of, you know, my health, my physical health. So I need to take care of those things. So y'all, please make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Please make sure that you love yourself. You take care of your mental and your physical health. Mental health is real. And I am somebody who, I don't want to say I was in denial about mental health, but I didn't think that much into it. I really didn't. It's real. You can't hide behind it. for long. You think you can, but eventually it's going to tear you down. Take care of it. Take care of it while you can. Don't lose out on fun, precious memories that you could be creating with your loved ones. I'm trying to fight the battle of depression or, anxiety or anything else. Take care of you. Love you. I am at 28 minutes. Y'all, I came on here feeling good about it, but now I don't even know if I want CJ to put it out. And I always go through that. I always do. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll let him put it out. Yeah, that was my reason for wanting to come in front of the camera today, is to tell everybody to please take care of you mentally and physically. It's important. Go get those exams. Go get checked out. If something isn't feeling right, speak up and say something. It may be nothing, but it could be something. And that something could be minor, it could be major, or it could be life-threatening. So take care of it. If you feel it, speak it. Okay? I'm not going to do church announcements because we're already at 30 minutes on this video, but I will have CJ put everything in the description. So if you are up to it, read the description box if you want to get the church announcements. The Adopt College, his wish list will be in the description box. I want to also say thank you to Dre from Tripping with Dre and Michelle. He is another one of our YouTube brothers. Excuse me. He let us know. He told CJ yesterday that the link was not working, so I'm not sure how long that link hasn't been working, but we do have the correct link now. CJ can put that one in the video. So thank y'all for all the support. I know at some point it was working because he has received some things, so thank you to those who have sent things out. We definitely appreciate it. And make sure you tell somebody that you love them, because tomorrow is not promised. And while you're telling someone that you love them, make sure you look in the mirror and you tell yourself you love yourself, because you are important, you are beautiful, and you are lovable. All right, until next time, y'all. Peace.